Maybe I didn't have it pressed on record. We'll try that again. Showing full bars. This is the original battery in this thing. So there's no problem there. And now I got to repeat the comments I made about Terry. Terry's doing a pub crawl with her sister down in the city, getting loaded, shit-faced drunk. Probably face down on the sidewalk by now. Swears she's not an alcoholic and everything she does involves drinking somehow. Her and her sister both. I don't know who's driving. Oh, that's Sun Moon tonight. Yeah.
Maybe they'll be responsible and take a train.
Yeah, right. I can see that happening. They're going to drink till probably about 4 in the morning anyway.
Oh my God.
What was I saying? Oh yeah. I got a tabletop radio going to Brazil, and I got a Volkswagen carburetor that is going to the Philippines. So I guess there was some part of the Philippines that wasn't blown away in that storm.
That's what I was going to say.
These guys at the international shit, they bid on it, and then they ask me what they can do about the shipping. I say in every single listing, please ask any questions before bidding. And eBay lets them know what the shipping's going to be right there in the shipping calculator, but they don't look. The one guy in Brazil, he paid $18 for that radio. It's just a plastic piece of junk, and he's paying $46 to ship it down to Brazil. International shit, it's expensive. Even Canada's expensive. And worse, you know, a lot of times the post office will not let you use the cheapest possible method. They want you to send a priority or nothing. I don't know why. Maybe it's got something to do with how they operate in those countries. I don't know. But I think I'm up to like 43 sales so far this month. Last month topped out at 75. I don't expect to crack that again. That was just a fluke, but 43 is still pretty good. And a lot of it's freaking carburetors. I'm selling an amazing number of 1- and 2-barrel carburetors. In some cases, they're even fighting over them. You know, 2 or even 3 bids on a few of them. And they're all going out west. Most of them. And we sold the Power Wagon.
Did you?
Yes, we did.
Oh,
Guy in Georgia. He came up. He was up here on business the other day to see it. Is that snow?
No, those are rocks.
Oh, it's rocks. Yeah, I was gonna say. He came up here on business to see it and look it over and pay the old man. They made a deal. All he wants on it is the winch and the transfer case. He bought the whole truck, $800. And he's giving us back the rest of the truck. So the winch and the transfer case. Now I already have another guy possibly interested in what's left. He dropped me a line on eBay today, asked me if the truck's still available. I said, well, not all of it, but some of it is. I have it up back by me up there, and believe it or not, the motor spun over. 20 years almost exactly since that thing cranked at all. Threw the battery from the DeSoto in there to see what happened. Just hit the starter, whoosh, went right over. Didn't fire up. I mean, every single one of the valves could be stuck for all I know. Those flatheads are famous for that. But I threw some of Bob's, you know, miracle fucking penetrating oil in there to see if that has any effect. But she did crank over. I was amazed. And the floor was gone even 30 years ago. You know, and it was patched with bits of aluminum and steel or whatever Danny in the old days was able to put in there. And that had all rotted away too. And all that was left was just like a bit of the pan in the middle over the transmission and a little bit back by the Z. And there was some bolts holding it down. Would you believe they all came right out? Despite crusted, floured with rust everywhere. They still screwed right. I've seen this before on some Chryslers too. I had this happen before. I was, damn, you know, I got cars here 5 years old. I go to take a bolt out of a fender, it snaps. Here is a 1948 that's been untouched for 20 years and unmaintained for probably 50, and the damn thing comes right out. Same thing with the dry shaft bolts I had to take out. Because the transmission is stuck in gears, I had to take off the dry shaft before I tried to spin it over. Holy shit. So the old man gonna do pretty good on that one. You know, he wanted $2,000 for it originally. That was when it was still completely intact. We already got 8 for the body. Now we got 8 from this guy. And when we were cleaning it out, the old man or David or whoever found a odd-looking brass old light fixture. It was like a hanging light bulb is what it looked like. Turns out it's part of a 1920s hanging lamp. When I put that thing on eBay, they went fucking crazy over it. $158 they paid for it. $158. It's 35 cents worth of brass. The old man was about to clean it. I happened to be coming out of the bathroom. He said, look at this. I jokingly said, what do we do with this if I put it on eBay? You think it would sell? I said, well, you know what? Let me find out. I put it on there, just the end of the day, threw it on there. I'm going to say maybe 10 minutes later, there was a bid on it. 20 minutes after that, before I went home, I see there's somebody asking in there, please, 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 do not end this auction early. You know, don't let the bottom feeders con you into this. Look, I don't care. I'm not into this. I'm not going to let it early. Leave it there. See what happens. There's no urgent need to sell it for the 15, but whatever the fuck I put it in, it was not much. Within a day, it was up to $41. I couldn't believe it. 41. Who the hell's going to pay $41 for this? Fine, whatever. Didn't move for another 3-4 days, and then the other day, boom, last minute, of course, with all the serious bidders. I knew there were going to be more bidders because I could see the watchers are just climbing. And then, boom, they hammered that thing. Outbidding each other one after the other. One guy wanted it worse than the rest, and he just kept bidding and bidding and bidding. All right. So now, I tell you, oh man, every single electrical outlet goes on that fucking every one. Don't do nothing now. Unless it says made in China or Japan or some shit like that on it, it goes on eBay. I don't care what it is. US made, 50 years old, whatever, it goes on there. It was from the 1920s, and that special adapter on the end is actually made to shove into a regular screw and bulb socket, because back then they didn't have a lot of outlets. So if you wanted power to a hanging lamp or something like that, you had to go to an existing light socket. Unscrew the bulb, and you would shove this thing in there, and that would take power from it. Because some guy, he PM'd me after it was all over and explained what it was. I said, okay, whatever. I still don't see why it's worth that kind of money, but all right, maybe if you got the rest of the lamp and somebody re-gutted it back in the 60s or something and took all the good stuff out and you want to put it back original, you want this, but $158? Okay.
Damn it.
That's a lot of bread. So very slowly I am cleaning out the back room. I had another distributor go to Australia too.
Just enough, they'll fill it right back up though.
Not really, because we're not saving that kind of stuff anymore. You know, there's no more distributors on cars. We don't even bother with computers anymore because we simply don't sell them. In the 80s and 90s, we sold a lot of computers, all the fucking time was computers.
Dog shit, man. Wow.
But now, today, we almost never get calls for computers at all. Even on the late month, nothing. Late 90s on up, nobody wants them, nobody calls for them. Either they don't break, or they're really, really cheap new. I don't know. I suspect they simply don't break.
Much better.
1,000 times better. 1,000 times better. We used to sell those coil packs all the time from the GM cars. Don't get any calls for that stuff. None. The only thing that might end up in the back room is maybe a wiper motor. And you know we don't even get calls for those anymore either. Very rarely do we get calls for a wiper motor. And it's always an older car when we do.
Get rid of some of those taillights too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's eventually.
So that shit when I was putting the cameras in. Like,
the only thing with the taillights, I need more boxes, bigger boxes. They're more of a pain in the ass. You know, things like carburetors, they fit in the medium-sized flat rate box. They're easy. And I got more yet out in the buses and more yet stashed in cars around the yard. You know, there's plenty more. But the distributors too. We lost a lot when the shanty went, but there was also a bunch that I pulled out of it that was still good. I put them in a car and saved them. So if they didn't rust in the meantime, you know, I could use them. And they're even older than the ones I'm selling now. A lot of wiper transmissions back there, blower motors, some generators and stuff, which I put one Volkswagen generator on there. Hasn't really shown any interest yet. Let's see what happens. I put that, and I had a remanufactured 1970 Chrysler alternator, brand new in the box. You know, it's never reused after professional remanufacture. And but that hasn't shown much interest either. I don't think people are really looking for that. That's cheap enough to get from the auto parts store still. And the occasional radio, not a shitload of interest there either. But carburetors, they love. And distributors. I mean, I've managed to clean off 2 entire shelves that are now dedicated only to eBay stuff back there. Most of those carbs I sold in the last month and a half. Hopefully when I open it up tonight, I'll find out a couple more sold. That would be nice. And they bought my bottle of poison. That spray bottle, whatever the fuck it was, that was in Maisha's mother's closet. Wayne brought it just to show the old man he was going to toss it in the garbage. Let me try to sell that. I put it on there. All I was asking was $5, but it's going to cost them, because it's large, at $12.35 to ship it. $5. I saw it when I went to, when it finally finished bidding. There were 2 bidders. Somebody bid it up to $7.35. I'm like, somebody's paying me $7.35 plus $12.35 to ship it for what is essentially garbage. Unbelievable.
We'll buy anything.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think my father's gonna put me to work on eBay.
Selling what?
You sell on eBay? I said I can. I said I tried Wayne's bike, but it didn't sell.
What does he want to sell?
He's got a couple watches.
Oh.
He got from Pepsi. One's a Swiss Army. It was engraved, but it's not even his initials. I guess they gave somebody they switched watches or something. They gave everybody the wrong watch. They didn't even realize it until like 5-6 years later after he retired.
What kind of watches are they, though? I mean, just Hong Kong movements or something like that?
One's a Swiss Army.
Yeah, I don't think the Swiss actually make that movement.
I don't know. But and he never even. It's still got the clear plastic on the lens. I don't know. I don't know what make it is. I didn't really look at it. And one is actually got in the lens. It's got the PPG in it. Right.
Yeah, Pepsi collectors might be interested in that. It's possible. I don't know. I don't know the market on those. So far, I haven't found any of watches and shit in Kisco. Well, I did, but they were little parts watches, junkers. Nothing, spectacular.
I told him, just look it up, see how much about they're worth, and I'll put them on there.
Now, he's a computer guy. He can't list his own shit on eBay?
He could. I don't know if he's got an account, but
I would think he would have nothing better to do anyway,
He doesn't.
I know he's got a Rolex. I hope he's not selling that.
He wears it. Well, not all the time. He used to wear that thing all the time. I don't think he wears it much anymore.
Well, there's nowhere he really has to be on time anymore, I guess.
He's got phones now.
Yeah.
I don't wear a watch. I used to wear a watch all the time. It's the only time you knew how time it was. You had to have a watch on you. Now you got your cell phone. So for you, you can probably still have a watch.
I don't. Yeah, I have a watch. I don't even wear it because who gives a fuck? I don't have to be anywhere on time. I'm right there at fucking work 24 hours a day anyway, so I need to know what time it is. I'll look at the wall. Or the computer monitor. Yeah, that has it. I fixed the fucking plow truck again. This time I had to put a starter in it. And fix the power steering pump line again. But now at least it cranks over and starts. And I had to fix the damn plow pump. The plow electrical shit. I don't know what the hell's wrong with it. I just cleaned connections and eventually it worked. But, what a pain in the ass. I'm under there fucking around with the starter. I noticed that the frame is rusted on both sides of the front, right where it starts to curve up over the front suspension. A classic spot for those damn things. There's just big fucking holes on the inside edge. It's not through. It's not going anywhere anytime soon, but it's there, which means I really hate spending time and money on something I know is eventually going to snap in half when I hit a goddamn... It wouldn't be so bad if it was in the back, but anything in the front where it takes the impact, that's bad. That could let go on me eventually, or crack, or worse, just collapse. Totally old man. I mean, the transmission shot anyway, sloppy as hell, but as long as it works for the light stuff, I don't care. I don't want to have to use the FWD because we got 2 inches of snow on the ground. No, I need a light plow for that. It lasts for that.
Use that for 2 inches. That's your last resort.
Yeah, or the loader, Because it won't handle heavy snow. It's not built for that. It's only 1,500 anyway, but I need something for the light shit. Other than that, I shouldn't be on my fucking back. I can't handle that shit anymore. I get out. Sure enough, that night, I woke up fucking 2 o'clock in the morning. My sciatica was motherfucking killing me. I mean, my leg was on fire. Tipping my toe right to my hip.
I know what that's
Just
like.
about to start screaming. I couldn't even fucking get out of bed to get the damn aspirin, so I had to keep a few on my nightstand anyway. I had to dry swallow them. And, so I'm watching Netflix. I could no possibility of sleep. Just this stupid shit they got. I'm thinking to myself, I pay $8 a month for this crap. There was one documentary on hookers in Thailand. Who gives a shit? Then there was another one about how Flight 800 got shot down by rockets. All right, whatever.
I got that one. I want to watch that.
You want to watch?
Oh, I don't know if it's the same one. It's a documentary about.
It is a documentary, yes.
I don't know if it's the same one.
There's nothing new in there, though.
No.
At least the ones about the hookers was more entertaining. And less of a fucking downer.
I don't believe the official story.
No, it's bullshit. It always was. But, yeah.
The way.
Nothing that can be done 20 years later now.
Blow up a fuel tank.
Yeah, somebody fucked up. They
Fuel
launched.
tanks don't blow up like that.
They had a test going on, or it was accidental, or whatever the hell it was.
I've always said you can take a match, try and light it inside of a fucking fuel tank in a car, and it will not fucking.
There's no oxygen.
It will not light up.
You need fucking oxygen to have an ignition, and there is none. And whatever the story was, we'll know in 100 years maybe the real truth.
Yeah.
Once the principals are all dead, and the information really does come to light. What was the other thing I was watching? It was so bad. Oh, a terrible fucking zombie movie. I can't. Such cheap crap. I mean, I'm used to cheap crap from the 70s and shit. B movies and C movies. Saturday afternoon specials, all that kind of crap. But I gotta tell you, some of this crap they make now that just go directly to video or directly to, it sucks. The writing is so fucking bad. I could do better myself. Literally, I'm listening to the dialogue. Like, why would they have the characters say anything like that or do anything like that? It makes no fucking sense at all. You have the people there, you're fucking paying them. Why not give them the right words? Or put them in at least a semi-believable situation. It's absolute crap. I'm like, oh my God. I said I just watched them Breaking Bad for the rest of the time. That's on there. Not the final season, but all the other ones. Remaking of Walter White, from mild-mannered school teacher to super badass motherfucker.
Dead.
Kingpin of the drug world. To dead, yes, eventually. But then on American TV shows, you're not allowed to get away with that kind of stuff. Even if in real life, plenty of people do. On TV, they're not allowed to get away with it.
Get away with what?
Breaking the law and making a huge killing at it, and being successful and getting away. Any character that does that eventually has to get killed off. The mafia guy is never allowed to win. The bad guy, the drug kingpin, that just can't happen. That's totally against, the ethics of American television. Sooner or later, he's going to get it somehow. But in the real world, yeah, a lot of people do make a shitload of money in the drug trade and move out of it successfully to something else and prosper, and you wouldn't even know who these people are. Every fucking day, every fucking place. Down in South America, they're the guy in the big hacienda, the landlord, and everything else. Everybody loves them. David was reading the paper the other day. It said something about the approval rating. Oh no, the trust rating of the United people for the United States government is like 15%.
Oh, the fucking Obama now that line.
Yeah.
Sack of shit.
Oh my God.
Jeez, why don't you keep it? Well, it was before you had the plan. This, that. You never said if.
Yeah.
There was no ifs. It was you want your plan, you keep it. Not only if this, if you don't change it, and if it was before the date.
If we haven't made it impossible for the insurance company to continue to play.
So full of shit. They know they weren't gonna be able to fucking keep those plans.
Of course. Now it's a complete clusterfuck, and the Democrats are panicking. But people don't trust the government, not just because of Obamacare, but all the other shit. The wiretapping, the phone cell tracking, all the other shit.
I expected they were doing that shit anyway.
Yeah.
Checking people's email.
Oh yeah.
Google didn't even know they were fucking tapped into Google.
Yeah.
They found a backdoor in. Just like the guy Ron, I know, he goes, you better watch it. Government watches that Google. Turned out because he uses Yahoo, they fucking watching Yahoo just as much.
Yeah. They're watching them all.
Look at that, you're busting my balls by using Google. They're fucking watching you too.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers. They're fucking watching everybody.
Yeah.
You gotta assume they're watching everybody.
I think Barack Obama is going to go down in history as worse than Richard Nixon for the surveillance and shit.
And it's just, and the fucking media won't beat him up on nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, they're beating him up a little bit on healthcare, but if this was Bush, holy motherfucker.
Oh, God.
You know how fucking they'd be crucifying him every day.
Well, now they're getting fucked in return. Now they're the ones losing their fucking nice, comfy medical plans, everything else. Yeah. And they're bitching the loudest. There's something in the paper the other day, something about the largest silence, where all the Hollywood celebrities who, who 3 weeks ago were supporting Obamacare shrilly and loudly and everything else. Yeah, they're all silent now. Now, Richard Nixon was at least a capable administrator, for all his other faults, but This fucking guy, he's neither. He's not a capable administrator. He waffles.
He's never run anything.
No. He has no real executive experience before this, and it shows. It fucking shows.
Organizer, the president.
Yeah, exactly. And now we've seen the results. You want to change, you got it. Not the change you wanted, so don't complain.
People elected him twice. You get what you deserve.
Yep.
Fortunately.
Well, the rest of us got to pay the price for the dumbing down of America.
Fucking $1 trillion in debt. I'm gonna cut the deficit in half.
The problem is we live in a country where the average population is so fucking stupid they don't know how to pour piss out of a boot without reading the instructions first.
Give me.
Yeah.
Everybody's entitled to everything.
The only way we have any real change is get rid of these people. Get rid of them. Have a nice disease. Kill them the fuck off. Kill off the stupid. Kill off the ignorant. Kill off the fucking apathetic. You know, get rid of them. And then maybe the rest of us who actually work and produce can move on. But other than that, I don't see anything happening. No change at all. Same old shit. Shoveled in a different direction. I saw something in the paper today that foreclosures skyrocketed in Putnam. Doubled from this quarter from last year. No shit. Wonder why.
All they do is just keep putting everything off.
Yeah.
Labor participation rate that is lowest in I don't know how long. Fucking de Blasio, he's gonna kill New York City.
Oh, I'm waiting to see that. Yeah.
It's gonna be a fucking. You're gonna watch a downfall here.
Oh yeah, we're going back to the
to the
Lindsay
70s.
administration in the 70s. Yes. Oh yes. If you gotta wait to get out of New York City, now is definitely the time.
He even wants to open it up so the cops can personally be sued.
Yeah.
Fucking, you know,
I can see a lot of NYPD cops saying, fuck you, give me my retirement, or fuck you, I'm going to work for some other fucking sheriff's office somewhere, whatever.
Oh
Get the hell out.
shit, that's bad.
Let them fucking get mugged and raped and everything else. They deserve it.
Yep.
They start,
Voted
they're
him
deer
in.
back there. Yeah, well, they start believing their own bullshit until they suddenly realize their own bullshit is just that. It's bullshit. It doesn't work.
Frisk.
Yeah.
No, it's racist. Why is it racist?
Because this generation does not remember the 1970s and what it was like back then.
Yeah.
You know, they just don't remember it. And the city was burning every day, and there were riots and fucking shootings and murders all over the place, and skyrocketing drug
I remember
abuse.
you didn't want to go to fucking New York City. It was.
I wouldn't go
bad.
now.
There was fucking.
Somebody over there?
Yeah, but I mean,
Oh, no.
the few times we did, it was fucking abandoned cars all over.
Oh,
the
yeah, it was a
sides of the road,
shithole.
Strip. You don't see that shit no more.
No, they cleaned it up, but
Probably
that's,
will again.
you
no?
will. Yeah. I was talking to one of your neighbors the other day. He lives just down the street from me, and he used to work in Holland Valley. He was a guy, I guess he was an orderly or something up there. And he was saying that place is loaded with asbestos everywhere.
How are they going to get around that?
I heard they had a stop work order until something was cleaned up. So I don't know what that's all about, if it's true or not, but I did hear that. And at this college, it has some kind of they make their money through some kind of mail order thing. I'm not sure what. It's what they were telling me anyway. That's tax exempt and they get around it, tax laws and shit. So I don't know how exactly that works.
Supposed to be some kind of Christian.
Yes, exactly that. And they do a lot of mail order of some kind. And because they are a Christian university, the tax exempt and they get away with, not paying taxes, like a QVC sort of operation. That's basically what they want this campus for, some of it anyway.
I just can't believe they held up this other guy for 8 fucking years.
Yeah.
They wanted to fucking develop it. They give it to this guy.
And they give it to a
whatever you want.
tax exempt organization that's not going to be paying any tax. That's really
You
good.
could have had fucking taxes rolling in,
That's right.
businesses, houses, all kinds of shit they want to put in there. No. And then wonder why everybody's got to pay high taxes, because you don't fucking let businesses in. You let a tax exempt organization fucking take it over. Idiots.
Yeah.
It's fucking so stupid. Even Putnam is they do the same fucking thing in Putnam. That's why there's no corporations in Putnam. They won't fucking let them in.
Yeah.
Nothing. IBM, nobody. Oh boy, to pay all the high taxes. No
Look, we're
fucking
dark tonight. What
shit.
happened?
Over here.
A lot of the lights are off.
There's more lights on up in the back. I saw
is there?
yesterday. Up towards the.
That place still looks fucking spooky.
I mean, no shit there, because sometimes those 2 center windows, sometimes they're open, sometimes they're closed.
You stopping for pastries?
Just one.
Yeah, why not? See if we got any sugar-free, what you call it, like last time. Since you got the milk. See if we find Scott here, loading up on Rainbow.
Is that right there?
Is it? That is his car, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh my God! You gotta be fucking kidding me! He is in there.
But I locked it.
Yeah, one cookie. I like that. What the hell? Who do you think you're dealing with? You think that's gonna satisfy you?
Now, see how many police officers are waiting for Scott. One of these, they'll have to come through here and find him pulled over.
Now they can't see if his seatbelt's on. Mine's not on.
Why is yours not on?
Now we're right here.
This is not right here. We're 2 miles from your house.
They can't see.
And what if we have an accident?
I rolled my truck and I didn't have my seatbelt on and I survived.
I recall you being carried away on a backboard on that one. In fact, you made the papers that
barely
way.
had a bruised rib. My seatbelt wasn't going to help me with that. It's because I hit my fucking the door when I rolled it. I think I probably hit my arm in a fucking pain.
Yeah, they usually hide right here.
I came home Tuesday night. I punched out at 10 o'clock. I fucking saw more cops on the way home. I knew what to do with. There were cops everywhere. There was one by the old Army Navy store where the tile place is. He was sitting in there. Trooper, he's backed up watching people coming north. They were all over. It's like, what? Shit got on my computer. Trying to get off.
What happened? Virus?
It's got some kind of adware on there.
Malware shit, yeah.
It wasn't on there last week when I used it. Scott came over to get his stuff the other day and I was doing something on it. I hadn't used it since Saturday. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? He wanted me to look up a video. And I go to hit the Eyewitness News link to go to, not the link, to go to the website.
Yeah.
Bloop, you need this browser thing. I'm like, I click it, bloop, I'm like, what the fuck is this? And it's got the ads on the side flashing. I'm like, where the fuck did this come from? Wasn't here Saturday. Did a Windows update. I don't know if it snuck in on that.
Probably.
It's running a scan right now. I gotta get home. I gotta take it out of the bag so it don't get too hot.
Was it your Apple computer or the other one?
No. Apple computer don't get that shit. I don't even have you don't even need antivirus or anything. They can't get in on that. But now, when I brought it down to my parents when I was playing with it, that thing wasn't popping up. What the fuck?
Computer security might have cleaned it off already.
So I downloaded a fucking Spy Hunter or something. At last check, it had 1,700 threads.
Holy shit!
A lot of old tracking cookies and stuff like that. But
I use Microsoft Essentials on mine. I have no problems. Takes care of everything.
because adware and stuff it's different than antivirus. Antivirus doesn't catch adware and spyware and shit.
You gotta be careful opening links.
I told my father, I rarely even use this computer anymore. The only time I really ever use it is usually for the cameras or something. So now I use the other one. I said it's lighter, it's faster, it starts up faster. It's the only thing I don't like about it. I don't like the big screen. I like the big screen. I really kicked myself in the ass for not buying one, but I really didn't want to spend another fucking $1,000. Now thinking about it, I probably should have, but at the time I didn't know if I was really gonna like it. You know, I never had a fucking Mac. Speaking of the devil. I got some bubble wrap you can take too.
Ooh, good. Use
It's
that.
not long. Whoop.
Crunch! Oh, to catch that on camera. Mustang looks like it's put away for the winter.
Oh yeah.